out these types of numericals under the heading of kinematics. Now just watch the question. A stone is dropped from a tower. It takes 4 seconds to reach the ground. There is a tower and a stone is dropped from here and it reaches the ground. The overall time taken by a stone to reach the ground is 4 seconds. You have to find the height of the tower. So we have Newton's equations. We have 3 equations. V is equal to U plus AT. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Now here this one, second one, S, this is the height, distance covered. So this equation can be interchanged as height is equal to, in place of S, this is distance. So height of tower H is equal to UT plus half AT square. Now as A is the acceleration. So when we drop something regarding with the earth, we take acceleration as gravity. Okay. Whenever we drop anything, we take gravity plus. When we throw anything, we take gravity as negative. When we throw anything upwards, we take gravity negative. When we throw anything downwards toward earth, we take gravity as positive. Just remember one thing. Now we have to find the height of the tower, that is H. Now initially when the stone is here, its velocity is 0. So this initial velocity U becomes 0. So 0, time is 4 seconds, then half. In place of gravity you can write 10. Now time is 4 seconds, it is a square, that is 4 into 4. This overall becomes 0. It becomes 2 2s are 4, that is 80 now meters. So height of the tower is 80 meters. If you multiply in place of 10 with 9.8, you will get 9.8 into 4 2s are 8. 8 8s are 64, 6 8 9s are 72, 6 78 meters. So you can use either of the values, either 9.8, either 10. Okay. Now next question. A stone is dropped from the tower of 4.9 meter height. Stone is dropped from a tower, okay, which has a height of 4.9 meters. Find the time taken by stone to reach this point. We throw from this point a stone and stone reaches there. We don't know in how much time. But the height of the building, height of the tower is 4.9 meter. And we have to find the time in which the stone comes here. In the previous question, time is given and we have to find the height. Okay. Now, we use the same equation. H is equal to UT plus half GT square. Okay. Now, here height is what? 4.9 meters. Clear? So, UT, that is 0, then half G 9.8 time square. Similarly, now we multiply it with 2, that is 4.9 into 2 over 9.8 is equal to T square. So, the both are cut down. So, T square is equal to 1, that is time is equal to 1 second. In 1 second, the stone comes from this position to this position. Now, one more question I attached along with this question. Its velocity before striking the ground. The stone must have some velocity because it is moving. Then what is the velocity of the stone? But when the stone reaches to ground, strike, as soon as it strikes, its velocity becomes 0. But before striking the ground, what is its velocity? Then we use the formula V is equal to U plus AT. In place of A, we again write U plus dt. As a stone is moving downward, so we take plus. Now, we have to find this velocity. Initial velocity is 0, gravity is 9.8 and time is 1 second. So, its velocity is 9.8 meter per second. Easy? Now next question. A stone is thrown up with a velocity of 40 meters per second. There's a stone which is thrown up in the air with a speed of 40 meters per second. We have to find time taken to reach the highest point and time taken by body back to the ground. That means if there's a boy which is standing, he throws a ball up to a height and then ball again comes back to the ground. We have to find the time at which the ball reaches at the highest point and total time T1 and T2 plus in reaching back to the ground. Okay. Now the time taken in moving up to a height is equal to time taken in moving back to the ground. That means T1 is equal to T2. So if we find out the time taken to reach the highest point, we just multiply with the 2. Okay. Then we get the total time. Now how will we find the time? We have the formula height is equal to ut plus half at square. Whenever there is a height is given, we use height. Okay. But here we don't have the formula for the height of the at which height it has attained. But we have one thing more I want to share with you. At the highest point, the velocity becomes 0. So we again use another formula. V is equal to U plus AT. At the highest point, this velocity becomes 0. Initial velocity is 40 and the ball is thrown up in the air. So we get negative of acceleration, that is 10, and we have to find the time taken. So time is equal to 40 over 10, which is equal to 4 seconds. This is T1. So total time taken is, I have told you 2 times T1. That is 4 plus 4 seconds. 4 seconds to reach the highest point, 4 seconds to come back on the ground. That is total 8 seconds. So we have 2 answers. If it is asked find time taken to reach the highest point, then its answer is 4 seconds. If it is asked time taken body back to the ground, then it is 8 seconds. Uncle ji.